Look closer. This isn't just trick-or-treating. This is mass data collection, happening right on your doorstep. Millions of faces, scanned and processed. Who owns that data? And what is it really being used for? They sold you a $200 security gadget. What you bought was a node in a vast, privately owned network. A network with deep connections you were never meant to see. Welcome to the Smart Doorbell Scam. Here on Limitless Tomorrow, we examine the promises technology sells versus the price you actually pay. That device on your door, the one promising peace of mind, it raises a critical question. You bought a doorbell to protect your home. But did you accidentally buy into the largest privatized surveillance network ever built? Stay with us as we unpack the facts, layer by layer. This story begins, as many do, with a seemingly helpful innovation. Rolled out just weeks ago, perfectly timed for the holiday season. Rings familiar faces. Tag known visitors, friends, family, the delivery driver bringing your latest online purchase. The AI learns their faces, reducing the endless stream of person-detected notifications. Amazon calls it convenience, a way to make your smart home smarter. But convenience often masks intent. Let's examine Ring's own history on this specific technology. In September 2020, facing scrutiny, Ring stated unequivocally, Ring does not use facial recognition technology. Fast forward 5 years to October 2025, and Familiar Faces is launched as a key AI feature. This isn't evolution. It's a direct, documented reversal. Why pivot so completely? Because the potential value of biometric data, the unique mathematical map of a human face, is immense. Every individual who approaches your camera, whether invited guest, delivery worker just doing their job, or child walking home from school, has their face scanned. A face print is created. Ring's terms of service conveniently place the legal burden of obtaining consent for this biometric collection squarely on you, the homeowner. An utterly unrealistic expectation designed to shield the company. Where could this lead? Amazon's patent filings offer a disturbing glimpse. One application, flagged by the ACLU, details a system pairing doorbell cameras with Amazon's powerful recognition image analysis AI, the very same AI Amazon actively markets to police departments and government agencies like ICE. The patent envisions police matching faces captured by your doorbell against a photo database of individuals they designate as suspicious. A match could trigger an automatic alert to law enforcement. The danger here is amplified by Recognition's documented flaws. In a widely publicized test, the ACLU found the AI falsely matched 28 members of the U.S. Congress with criminal mugshots. Critically, the false matches disproportionately affected people of color. Now imagine automating suspicion based on this biased algorithm, triggered by a device on millions of front doors. The patent reveals a potential future where consumer convenience features become the bedrock of an automated, potentially discriminatory police surveillance system. They sold you peace of mind. The blueprint suggests they're building a pre-crime machine, and every person walking past your house helps train it. But Ring's integration with law enforcement isn't just a future possibility outlined in patents. It's a core part of its past and present, albeit one that has strategically shapeshifted. The initial strategy, post-Amazon acquisition in 2018, was direct and aggressive. Ring actively courted police departments, embedding its technology into their operations. The number of formal partnerships exploded, from over 200 in 2019 to more than 2,000 police and fire departments by late 2021. That represented roughly 1 in 10 police departments across the United States. The central mechanism was the Request for Assistance, RFA tool, accessed via Ring's dedicated law enforcement neighborhood portal. This allowed officers investigating a crime to send bulk requests for video footage directly to Ring users within a specified area, often up to half a square mile, completely bypassing the need for a warrant. Records show police used this tool extensively. Over 5,000 requests in just the first quarter of 2020. Leaked documents revealed Amazon didn't just provide the tool, they actively coached police on how to phrase requests to maximize compliance from residents. Some agreements even gave Amazon editorial control over police communications about Ring, effectively turning public servants into a marketing arm for a private surveillance product, as the ACLU pointed out. This drew intense fire. Civil liberties groups like the EFF argued Ring was enabling racial profiling via the Neighbors app, eroding constitutional protections, and creating a digital porch-to-police pipeline. The EFF linked hundreds of Ring's police partners to documented histories of fatal encounters and revealed LAPD used the RFA tool to solicit footage of Black Lives Matter protests, targeting constitutionally protected activity. The mounting pressure worked, or so it seemed. In January 2024, Ring announced it was sunsetting the Request for Assistance tool. Police could no longer directly solicit footage through the Neighbors app. Privacy advocates, including the EFF, cautiously declared it a victory against unchecked surveillance. But the celebration was premature. Firstly, Ring's own guidelines retained a crucial loophole: the right to share footage without consent or warrant in self-determined exigent or emergency situations involving imminent danger. Ring admitted using this exception 11 times in mid-2022 alone. The direct, warrantless path remained open, controlled entirely by corporate discretion. Secondly, the shutdown wasn't an end, it was a pivot. Ring began rebuilding the police pipeline, this time indirectly, through third-party integrations, a move coinciding with founder Jamie Siminoff's return. First came the partnership with Axon, dominant in police body cams and evidence management software. Then in October 2025, the game changer, a partnership with Flock Safety, whose AI-powered license plate reader network is used by thousands of agencies. This operates under the sanitized banner of community requests. Police draft a request within their Axon or Flock software, specifying time, location, incident type. It gets published publicly in the Neighbors app for users in that area. Users can voluntarily share clips, which are sent securely to the police platform, Axon Evidence or Flock OS, maintaining a chain of custody. If a user ignores it, the police don't know. Ring spins this as user empowerment, but analyze the scale. The old RFA system reached perhaps 2,000 departments after years of effort. The Flock Safety partnership alone, according to reports from outlets like CNBC and CARE 11, instantly gave over 5,000 law enforcement agencies across 6,000 communities the technical capability to solicit footage from Ring's millions of users. Ring didn't enhance privacy. It outsourced the controversial interface to established police vendors, creating a buffer while massively expanding the potential reach of law enforcement into private camera networks. It was a masterclass in corporate deflection and strategic expansion disguised as reform. While Ring focused on managing its external relationship with police, critical failures were undermining user security from within. In May 2023, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission took action against Ring, filing a complaint alleging egregious violations of users' privacy. The FTC's findings, detailed in their official complaint, painted a picture not of sophisticated external attacks, but of shocking internal negligence and abuse. Ring allegedly gave every single employee, plus hundreds of third-party contractors based in Ukraine, with full, unrestricted access to any customer's private video recordings, regardless of job function. This wasn't theoretical. The FTC complaint specifically cited a male employee who, over months, viewed thousands of videos belonging to female users, deliberately targeting cameras placed in intimate spaces like bedrooms and bathrooms. Customer videos were also allegedly used to train Ring's algorithms without proper notice or consent. Compounding this, the FTC found Ring failed basic security like mandatory multi-factor authentication. This failure, the FTC stated, enabled hackers using common credential stuffing and brute force attacks to compromise approximately 55,000 U.S. customer accounts. In numerous documented cases, attackers then took control of the camera's two-way audio to harass, threaten, and verbally abuse families, including children and the elderly. The settlement required Ring to pay $5.8 million for customer refunds, delete algorithms and data derived from unlawfully viewed videos, and implement a robust, audited security program. But the penalty, a fraction of Amazon's daily revenue, underscored a disturbing reality. Basic privacy and security were seemingly only implemented after federal enforcement. And the data siphoning wasn't limited to video or malicious insiders. A January 2020 investigation by the Electronic Frontier Foundation revealed the Ring app itself was engineered for surveillance. The EFF's technical analysis found the Android app was packed with third-party trackers, sending a trove of personally identifiable information to analytics and marketing firms. According to the EFF report, every time a user opened the app, data like their time zone, device model, screen resolution, and a unique identifier were sent to Facebook, even if they didn't have a Facebook account. App's flyer received mobile carrier info and sensor data like gyroscope readings. Mixpanel allegedly received the most sensitive data: users' full names and email addresses, device OS, and app settings. Much of this extensive third-party data sharing, the EFF noted, was not clearly disclosed in Ring's privacy policy at the time. You paid for the hardware, but your personal data, harvested silently through the app itself, became part of the value proposition for Amazon and its partners. This wasn't just a security device. It was an active data harvesting node for the wider ad tech ecosystem. So, let's circle back to our question. Did you accidentally buy into the largest privatized surveillance network ever built? The facts point towards a system where convenience was the entry point, and data became the real currency. A system where you pay to install the sensors for a network that benefits corporations and law enforcement perhaps more than it benefits you. This inverted social contract, where citizens fund corporate surveillance which is then offered back to the state, is already here. It thrives in the fear economy, the cycle where app alerts fuel anxiety, anxiety drives camera sales, and more cameras capture more minor events, reinforcing the initial fear. So, what's the solution? Can you truly opt out when the network is built by your neighbors? There are no easy answers. Systemic change requires regulation and a shift in public awareness. But individually, you can take steps. Be mindful. Angle your camera to respect public space and neighbor privacy. Use privacy zones if available. Be informed. Understand the data your app is collecting. Turn off permissions you don't need. Be assertive. Enable end-to-end encryption, even if it limits features. And remember your rights. Law enforcement generally needs a warrant to compel you to share footage. Don't feel pressured by a community request. Ultimately, the most powerful tool isn't the camera, it's awareness. Understanding the system you're participating in. That is the first step towards navigating it, or perhaps deciding not to participate at all. The technology might feel inevitable, but our acceptance of its hidden costs doesn't have to be. Now, we want to hear from you. Convenience versus control. Where do you personally draw the line? Is the security offered by a smart doorbell worth the price of participating in this massive surveillance network? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Here at Limitless Tomorrow, we're dedicated to understanding the complex forces that will define our future. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.